you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
Timeout, SMU.
Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Ball spins away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Great place to start for this offense. wasting no time throwing on this drive. Wide open downfield. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal coming up. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Didn't work on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Turning it on. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Grab near the marker. It's Staley. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. you got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Now on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Quickly down 14-0. They've taken a couple of punches. Let's see if they can get something going this time. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great...
He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to... Big play there.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hit as he throws. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Here's a hit. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking downfield. It's caught. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be a...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown ball! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Let's it fly. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Another incompletion on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. Touchdown, SMU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with a score.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
That's caught. It's Bray. Oh, he's got some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Finds his man. It's Bray. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Bullock. Here comes the heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Making side adjustments here. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Volunteers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Touchdown ball! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. from the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the touchdown Mustangs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Easy. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's the pressure. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. The Volunteers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown Mustangs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Now improvising. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Going to take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Looking to go up top in times running out in the half. On target to the left. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be changing the route. Unleashes one deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Unloads it left. Got his man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 24 to Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Cooper. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. To the air on second down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, SMU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab down the left side. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
To protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the back. Hard running there. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3.
SMU 35.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Cooper. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He's going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Mustangs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
First and goal for the offense. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they closed that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Oh, they're after him. And the ball is live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Power football with the run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And they grab it in the end zone. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Black 24. Black 24. Easy.
On the move, it's Robertson. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Knocked down for the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the right. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
He got it. But wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't scored him yet. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Mustangs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
And guys, after that huge play, didn't quite make it to touchdown, SMU. Fit it in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the just have to make that catch. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head to head